Hey guys, how you doing? Behind closed doors. Everybody can get it. Hey, I'm Mark.
Chantel.
I'll tell you, we in the house, man. Back at you guys again, ready to enlighten you, with the greatest, latest. For my new folks of the world, this is the podcast series that we put together ultimately for my caregivers of the world, people that, the caretakers for someone that can't take care of themselves, right? Whether that's, special needs, whether that's someone that's disabled,
whether it's elderly, whether it's sister, brother,
don't matter, right? We here, guys. We here. So yeah, like I said, man, I'm live and back at you guys again. Today's topic, man, we're just gonna tap into something relatively, I guess, pretty simple. I guess it's a pretty simple subject today. But in our transition of, with Caregivers Chronicle, which is our platform on Facebook, you can check us out. We really taking notice, so to speak, right? We got some folks that's finally, kind of locking in on what we do. And that leads up to my today's title for the day. And that's, ultimately, but what is behind closed doors? And I'm giving a little bit of the story, a little bit as well. I think that kind of helps out, and because we have so much going, so much quote unquote viral stuff kind of going on the platforms. People kind of get lost in the mix, and we want to bring them back to why we started the platform in the first place. So once again, Caregivers Chronicle. It's a platform that we ultimately put together, to help connect families and the special need loved ones, right? So we have a little bit of everything on this platform, and Caregivers Chronicles just really grew, right? I mean, it initially started off, my son, Mark Jr., he's 11, right? Everything started off with this book. But Mark has Down syndrome, autism, and ADHD, right? He's 24-hour care. So we've been, busy with him. And then just shy of early 2025, in the 225, my mom kind of, came around the mix. I incorporated her, had to take care of her as well. She had some dementia, and eventually Alzheimer's and some other underlying conditions as well. And that's kind of called for me to, and my wife, to be, doing some sandwich caregiving, if you would. So that's where we kind of popped up at, right? We're caregivers, right? As well as having a special needs son. I don't know if you want to touch into that just slightly.
Yeah, so we were just looking for our tribe.
And we did.
We finally found you guys. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
But we was trying to see where we resonate at and see where people felt the same as we do about everything that we do and how we do it and how we get through it as a collective.
Yeah. It's a journey, folks. It's real. And we still in it. And actually,
Don't be in it.
I was a three-way caregiving, Ronick, as well. From afar, I kind of caregive for my brother as well. He has a special need. Shout out Donnie. Donnie's coming a long way. Independent. That's what we preaching. Right? Some independency, right? I'm a phone call away. I put my head in and check him out. He's doing great. But, as far as behind closed doors, like I said, everything kind of, revolved from the book. And then my mom, like I said, late great mom, Virginia Taylor, having, all the situation that we had to deal with her, getting her transition from Milwaukee to Arizona. It was quite a ride, to say the least. And then ultimately we took care of her for about a year or so. And once again, that was a journey in itself as well, because when we got her, she was kind of at the tail end. You know what I mean? She understood a little bit, but it nosedived real quick. It nosedived real quick. So, with that, once my mom passed, it really helped me put some emphasis on caregiving, right? Because we just, we thought of, the caregiving part about our son. We just considered us just to kind of we're parenting, right? We're just doing some parenting stuff. But I didn't, understand how the whole concept of caregiving kicked in until it was time to take care of my mom. And when I say caregive, I'm not just talking about the simple stuff, keeping them up, feeding them, changing their diapers and things to that effect, right? It's a committee thing, right? It's medication,
medicine, cleaning,
appointments, doctor's appointments, therapies, insurance issues, preparing them for the ultimate passing, right? Because caregiving extends itself into that as well. So that was the whole caregiving component. Everything rooted from these two individuals right here, for the most part. And then ultimately we wanted to, we have an exhibit. We have a resource hub, behind closed doors resource hub, right in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So if you guys are in Arizona, right, you feel free, tap in the comment. You can just shoot me a direct message or something, or I make sure I have the email there as well. It's upon request, right? It's small, but it's impactful, right? We have in the resource hub, we have exhibits, caregiving exhibit. I built a caregiving exhibit to talk about the experience of caregiving, and I think it's really worth looking at. But if you're not in the Phoenix area, you can go online, Caregivers Chronicle, and as well as our podcast, Behind Closed Doors. So yeah, that was, that's kind of all the evolution, right? Where the book come from and where Behind Closed Doors, the origin and all that stuff started. And then we ultimately Caregivers Chronicle. So Caregiver Chronicle, once again, is designed to connect some folks here, right? So it's a whole lot going on with Caregiver Chronicles, right? It's kind of like a big basket of caregiving, right? You know what I mean? And I understand
from all aspects.
There you go. Right? So I understand that there's layers to it. That's why we have our Behind Closed Doors support group. So you can also tap into the support group as well. All those links are in our bio, right? So when you go on Facebook, you look at the bio there, and it'll send you a link there to get to the group. So man, we just got some great stuff coming out this year, right? We got even more.
2026. It's gonna be a busy year for us.
So you guys just on the platform and kind of wondering what it is and what we're doing. What we're doing also is Behind Closed Doors, right? That narrative in itself really encompasses what we are and who we are as a family.
Why are you saying it's a narrative, babe?
Well, maybe I don't know if that works, because it is a narrative, because you have to. I'm trying to get people to understand what Behind Closed Doors is in context to what they see on the platform. So when they see our day-to-day life with our son Mark, or our day-to-day life with our kid, or our day-to-day life with you or me, that's what you're going to see there, right? And encompass with a bunch of resources as well. I try to pack all that stuff in there so you kind of get our lifestyle, right? So that's what I was tapping into, right? Just getting people to understand that, because sometimes when you say behind closed doors, like that can, behind closed doors, taking care of pets behind closed doors, whatever.
No, they know that they're on a caregiver platform, so they know we're talking about caregiving behind closed doors.
Folks, and the reason why I bring that up is I have to. This is all in reflection to the comments and things and the posts that people send. Right, I had to make sure I clear that up. That's what I was really getting at. So yeah, you're in a safe place, folks. This is a place that we ideally connected, where we can all kind of connect a little bit. It does get a little personal, and that's when you can DM me, or you can go on to our support group, right, Behind Closed Doors, or you can definitely tap in on our new podcast, Behind Closed Doors, guys. Come on,
We
right?
have an open dialect. You can
Yes.
express whatever you want to express.
We get very deep with it.
We talk about it.
Absolutely.
We're here for you.
Absolutely. This thing was built for you, and man, it's this is a
We're advocating for you.
This is the
so
journey.
that your voice can be heard.
Well put, guys. Well put. So the next time as you're scrolling, even more so now, we will be kind of making a presence, making our faces and things. So when you see us, when you see my wife and actually a lot of our conversations and things that we come and we talk about. Even in some of the material that's actually on the website as well, the web page or whatever, Facebook. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It all derived from a post that we put out that kind of went to a whole viral direction. But that's our goal is, and our accomplishment that we're looking at right now is the fact that, hey, that post that was posted of my wife, and once again, you guys will see it once you go on the platform, and it opened the floodgates up, and as it pertains to caregiving and stuff like that. That was, I think it's up with 1.6, almost 1.7, million comments and views and all that stuff. Right, I'm still learning all this viral stuff and all that, but apparently it went viral, right? And guys, our viral is who takes in this information and who it helps, right? That's my viral moment.
Our family's one family at a time.
At a time. So, with a combination of the book, the combination of, even the video itself, it really helps gear how we talk and how we communicate, how we come up with content and etc. But I do challenge you guys, right? I don't know where everybody is at. I want you to make sure you tap in, right? We're trying to get a consensus here, right? We're trying to get a consensus of who's actually tapping into us, right? What state, what city you in, right? Who do you care for, right? Who do you care for? You care for the young, the old, the small, the tall, the whatever, right? Who do you care for? Who's dear to you? And then also, anything you wanted to add to that as well? I was going to say one more thing, because I'm thinking, hey, tapping in from the city, they kind of give us an idea of who you are, right? Your male, your female, who you're caring for. Little stuff like that helps us out, because then we know how to put this content together, and we also
and the ones that communicate with us, we're learning that we can cater to them.
Bingo.
So if you want us to talk about something that you're feeling, or what's on your mind, or what's on your heart, or whatever,
it's a safe place.
Tap in. You have to let us know so that we can
help us. Help you. Right? Help us help you. You know what I mean? Once again, it helps structure the podcast. It helps structure a lot of the things that we're doing. And right now, man, we're putting together this awesome program, man. I just want you guys to just keep tuning in. I'll let you guys know about it. But it's going to be a program that we're putting together that's going to really benefit the elderly and special needs community. I really think it's going to be a real powerful thing. Man. But yeah, enough of that, guys. That's pretty much in a nutshell what Behind Closed Doors is. When you see Caregiver Chronicles, Caregiver Chronicles is just a space for people to communicate, to get some dialogue, and it done that, and it's doing that, right? It's doing that on a high fashion. But guys, do check us out. Like I said before, we're on Facebook, Behind Closed Doors, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. We're on LinkedIn as well. I mean, that's on the business side of things. But guys, yes, and moving into this New Year's, I'm looking to get into some of these cities, right? To start speaking.
Yes, we will be speaking, baby.
We will be speaking
into existence.
I'm
already done.
I want
to be in the neighborhood. Get the schedule.
like Mr. Rogers, I want to be in the neighborhood. It's about that time, y'all. We kind of put our story out there because you know, I believe that, you know, we've been chosen to say the least. You know what I mean? To be in the field that we're in, to be doing what we're doing.
And as passionate about it as we are.
And definitely passionate about it. Definitely passionate. I don't even have to tell them that. I'm sure if you follow me and you see these videos and you see how we get down, passion is all over. We got to be passionate to be up here at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning talking to y'all.
Actually, it's after 7 this morning.
We've been up all night. My fault. Yeah, we was we was on some, because you know when you're caregiving
stuff. We was on some spiritual stuff this morning. It is a little deep to be sharing right now, but we're gonna share later.
There you go.
Once we get
there
everything.
You go. Make sure you chime in. Make sure you chime in.
My gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So my face look all.
Yeah. She had a connection, a spiritual
all
connection.
This stuff today, but
man. Yeah. So definitely, you know, continue to keep chiming in. You know, me and my wife, we're trying to do this at least once a week, where we kind of double up and you kind of get a little taste of what goes on, right? But I really wanted to put some emphasis on who he is as an organization, what we're, you know, so folks can kind of put that stuff together. Because like I said, I've been getting some crazy polls. I've been getting people thinking we're something completely different. So I had to make sure that I kind of, you know, clear it up a little bit. Okay. But hey guys, thank you for chiming in. I hope you guys have a great, what is this? I done lost track of all the days and everything.
So we've been up all Friday to Saturday morning. So have
yourself a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. And then once again, guys, do remember, please, man, just please let me know where you at and what you got going on, who you are, who you're taking care of. Is it young? If it's old? If it's, you know, whatever, right? You know, let us know who you're taking care of, who you're caring for. Whew, right? See, at midnight, you know, the midnight hours, your head get to spinning and your words get to flipping on you. But anyways, guys, thank you for chiming in. We
love you guys.
And that's our today's episode, Behind Closed Doors.
Where
everybody can get it. Everybody can get it.
That's
right. There it is. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Take it easy. I holla.